it really does just do it instantly. All right, we are live. Welcome to the live stream, everybody.
Perfect.
Hopefully it'll be like a half hour, 45-hour long max. That's what we're gonna do
Yeah.
until we have like a ton of news to report, or there's just a million people that are asking us questions, which should be soon, right, guys? Right, guys? Go share it around with everybody, and
Let me actually load up the chat. That would
yeah,
be a
load up
good
the
idea.
chat. You're gonna be our chat guy today because I'm gonna share my screen about halfway through
Okay.
when we predict the DCU slate. That's gonna be done through a slideshow, everybody. So I'm gonna like full screen my. It's a little experimental. We'll see what we can do there, but I'm gonna like live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
I
All right.
used a pretty like shitty template, so don't get mad at me if it looks kind of gross. Also, the images that I
I'm
used in the
already mad
slideshow
at
are
you.
kind of lame. Yeah, we do our best here at Home of Comics, but most of their graphic design is just me going into like a thumbnail creator and just putting in the texts and stuff, and then putting in an image. And it looks good, honestly. But like, you know,
Why are you revealing this?
well, I don't want them to think I'm like some graphic design pro. I'm not a graphic design pro. Um,
Fairs.
all right, good. We are live. That's very good. We have zero
Perfect.
viewers. Everyone hates. Oh wait, no, we have 4 concurrent viewers.
We
Never mind, I
have
lied.
we have two watching.
Is live chat what I want or top chat? Probably top chat.
Am I lagging? No, I'm not. Okay.
No, and hopefully everyone can hear us. I can.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
Grim's in
okay.
the chat.
Yeah, I listened to the live to make sure that you were.
Grim says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, it is. It is Christmas. That's
Yeah.
true. It is Christmas. I just gotta. Oh, it's the announcement from Discord. Yeah, of course. Okay. So I think we can talk about some news as we start the stream. If we get
hmm
people in, do you have any like information that you're going to disclose in the live stream, or we're not doing that this week?
Um. No, I don't think so.
I love how we're doing this live. I'm like, do you got anything you want to share? All right, we got no scoops today, but that's
Or is
okay.
pulling a John Roca.
Yeah, I am. Well, I kind of am, unfortunately, the Roca of this live stream. This is Baja
Okay.
Blast, by the way. Very, very good. Um, very good Mountain Dew flavor.
Zero sugar.
Zero
You have to
sugar, of
clarify.
course. I always get that current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate, but I don't think it really matters. Hopefully, it doesn't matter.
Mm, probably not.
Well,
Maybe
if
not.
the live stream cuts out, at least it's not a thunderstorm this time. That would have been.
No thunderstorm today.
No, it's very bright and sunny in your room, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it's bright and sunny in my
It is
room.
100 degrees.
How bad is it here? Hold on, let me check.
It's 100. It's 100 right now.
89. So you're in a worse spot than me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
tomorrow's going to be bad too.
yeah. Well, I watched X-Men 97 season 2. The first three
I did
episodes. I
not.
reviewed it on the channel. I will continue to review it on the channel. So every episode from here on out is a singular release, which is good because it means I can do a quicker review. Because the last one was like what 13 minutes, which was I was also like running through it rapid style to make sure that I had a short enough video. Um, oh, we just recently recorded and I recently recorded an hour long MCU tier list that
Yeah.
Cole does
Thanks
not
for
want to
that.
edit. um,
Thanks for that.
but
I did not
it's
expect it to be an hour.
it's hard. So there's like 76 or 77 MCU projects at this point, and it's only going up, and that makes it really hard to do a tier list because you want to
Soon we're going to
give.
have like 24-hour tier lists episodes.
If they keep releasing what 8 products a year, yeah, kind of. It's hard to keep up with that. I get it. Marvel's on a roll right now. Like they want to get out the content that they can. Hopefully DC gets into that boat
Grim
too.
Grim said DCB prioritizing Mr. Terrific and Banestroke instead of Brave and the Bold and Wonder Woman. Can they lock in?
They are prioritizing Banestroke. That's absolutely true. I don't think they're
Yes, that
prioritizing
is
Mr.
true.
Terrific. I think they're just in development.
Well, it's been in development for a while.
But as long as Brave and the
Uh,
Bold and Wonder Woman.
maybe longer.
Okay, well,
I
never mind.
well, because so we first heard about this Mr. Terrific project. right after Superman came out, because the trade said Jimmy Olsen and Mr.
Terrific.
Terrific
Yeah.
are in the works. And then APOC recently shared on Twitter that that was actually the Strange Adventures project that he reported a few years ago in DCU leaks. So it could have developed into a kind of solo project, or it remains to be Strange Adventures. Right now, the trades are just calling it the Mister Terrific project, which I don't think. I don't know. It's weird to call Strange Adventures, at least Tom King's comic, a Mister Terrific project. I mean, he's pivotal in that comic, but like, he's he's not the main character.
Should I read this comic? Is this going to be something that you think they're going to adapt?
It's awful.
Should I read it anyway? Because
I mean,
I don't
if
know
they're
why
adapting it, then I would say it's worth a read.
Yeah.
But it's pretty bad.
I mean, I read Woman of Tomorrow like 3 times, which kind of stinks now because that comic is definitely better than the movie. I don't know what Lanterns is based off of. Is it Earth One? Green Lantern Earth One?
I don't
Is it
think it's
kinda
based
just-
on any comic.
All right, so I'm not.
I mean,
gonna do
It might be
any
inspired
entire-
from Earth One, but Z-Gub on the chat said, "I think people need to be reminded that we know nothing about Banestroke. It could be very well. It could be a Batman or Batman adjacent project, and we don't even know if Deathstroke or Bane are main characters." And I couldn't agree more.
I mean, your working theory for a while, I mean, has been that it's Secret Six.
Secret Six.
Said that. No, I don't think Secret Six is. I even think if they announce it as that, I don't think it gets, 400 million, 500 million at the box office off rip, because I don't think Secret Six is that well known. But it is interesting.
No.
I think we could argue it's interesting. You keep the budget.
I mean,
you make a profit.
But like, all we know about this project is that Bane and Deathstroke are in it, are kind of important characters. That's it.
Yeah.
I think Deadline said that there were going to be more characters, like more big characters in this, and that it could very well be a team up movie. And that's why I think it's Secret Six.
I mean, we also, I think we can also theorize it's probably going to be on Salvation or related to Salvation, and the Checkmate project theoretically could all be connected. So if this is kind of our continuation of Man of Tomorrow in a sense, because that was also going to deal with Salvation and Peacemaker Season 2, this makes sense that it's the next one up if it's really carrying forward the main plot.
It will be pivotal to kind of what the DCU is building. And that's just, I think, based on what we know so far, I think that's a given. Because if this was like a regular movie, like a very standalone movie like Clayface kind of is, then I don't think they would be prioritizing this movie like they are. I think it does move the storyline, and that's why they want it out after. It looks to be the movie after Man of Tomorrow.
We are going to be predicting the DCU slate. Some of that is based on well, actually, I would argue all of it is based on information that's been out there. That we did use all that info to try to make a somewhat realistic slate. Some of it gets a little stupid towards the end because we decide that you'll see what I mean by that.
Yeah.
But
we have some more comments.
Yeah, I saw Ahmed Hassan asked, when do you expect the Jimmy Olsen series to be released? I mean, we said 2027 in our slate that we're going to be dropping. I'm gonna screen share it at 1:00.
It'll be 2027. I'm confident in that. Because we've reported here it would be filming in August after Man of Tomorrow wraps, which is kind of in line with how Peacemaker filmed. Yeah. But Peacemaker did coincide with Superman, while this is after Man of Tomorrow. So I think there will be maybe more of a gap between Man of Tomorrow and Jimmy Olsen. I think instead of Jimmy Olsen being in the summer of 2027, I would say maybe the fall. Kind of like I think the Penguin was. Yeah.
I could see it releasing alongside the Batman Part 2. Like, not that they're connected at all, but just in DC's like strategy of like get a film out, get a show out around the same time.
It'll be probably around then.
And then I mean, again, I'm going to show the slate in about 10 minutes. So what we have, it's not a
Hmm.
scoop. Some of it's based off of information that um, has been reported by multiple insiders and stuff. So like some of it is if you're not well into the news cycle, maybe you're like, oh, that's an interesting project, and we'll explain why we have it there. But
Hmm.
it is a prediction, guys. This is not. We don't know uh everything. We don't know the slate. We're not in contact with Gunn and Safran. Some things are going to be inaccurate. Uh,
We could be in contact, and we're just not telling
sure. Yeah. No. Actually, the slate's 100% accurate, and
you. Yeah,
it's what we're
we
going to
got
be
the
doing.
slate from. We actually stole this from
We
DC
stole this from DC
Studios.
Studios, and it looks like we stole it from DC Studios with the quality of the
Yep.
slideshow. No, I really did. I cooked it up in like 2 hours, so that's actually kind of a lot of time. I'm a little proud of
Yeah.
the way it went down. I did use a template. It looks like I used a template because I did use a template. It looks nice though,
Hmm.
especially when you slideshow it. I was very excited by what it looked like. Anyway, again, in about 9
Zekub
minutes.
said the way they are prioritizing it makes me think it does involve Batman in some way, especially with recent casting rumors, as Batman is their most popular character.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. They could be casting Batman right now.
I I don't think they would if it's Secret Six, because I feel like it's because
Would
we
they
know
would
Deathstroke is kind of adjacent to Batman, and Bane is Batman, or like a Batman villain. But if it's Secret Six and we get all these other villains that aren't Batman adjacent, uh, I don't know if we see Batman in that movie.
well,
But
Deathstroke's also a Teen Titans villain, right? I mean, that's what I associate him with at
yeah,
least.
yeah, that's
Could
what
we
he should
see?
be. I mean, he is a villain of Batman and in a lot of uh, adaptations because they think he's cool to fight
Could we see a
Batman. But
casting of like Dick Grayson, and that's why they're casting Batman because they want to get like a chemistry test with Dick and Bruce? That could
um,
be that could be something where Batman's not in the movie, but
it
maybe
could
Nightwing
be
is, or Robin
because
is.
like,
Maybe it's like a prequel or something, and Dick's still Robin.
mhm.
I don't
I
know.
mean, from what we're hearing from the rumor mill, I guess, with Batman stuff, I think half of it is kind of bullshit, and then the other half is maybe
Somewhere
um, it
accurate.
could be somewhere in the ballpark. They're probably having conversations about these things, but there's nothing set in stone,
That makes
and
sense to me.
they're definitely not casting Batman right now
Um,
at this moment.
yeah, I also want to quickly pivot from DC just for a second to share briefly that Star Wars Visions released a new trailer for the Ninth Jedi series. I don't know how caught up you are with Visions or if you watch any of that. I
I think I did watch season one.
Yeah, Ninth Jedi I think was a season one episode, and they added a second episode in season three, and they're doing like a little spin-off limited series for the Ninth Jedi. I'll be covering it on the channel, despite it's obviously not canon to Star Wars. It's still something from Star Wars. We're not
Mhm.
going to get another Star Wars show this year, so I figured it was an ample time to cover it. It looks like it's dropping all at the same time, so I'll just cover it as one thing. Uh, I just wanted to share that because that trailer did drop, and I put Star Wars in the
Yeah.
description, and I wanted to make sure I
Mhm.
covered it a little bit. Um, yeah, I don't know. I need to pivot to briefly talk about
I
that.
don't. I think it came out like years and years ago, and I watched like some episodes of it.
Visions was 2021. I could like the first season.
Oh yeah,
They did a
like
season in 2021, 23, and 25. I think.
I started watching it and couldn't get invested.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's also a collection. It's an anthology series, so you kind of can just pick and choose, and they're all
Yeah,
not canon.
I
Some
mean
of
that's
them
kind of like
fit.
the didn't they do a Darth Maul thing and then an Ahsoka thing and then like because there's like a bunch of these mini shows that Star Wars is doing.
I don't know what you're talking
Isn't
about. You mean like the Tales series?
Yes, the Tale
Those
series.
aren't anthology. Well, they are anthology related, but they do two separate stories, and they've done
Oh,
three of
okay,
them. They did Tales of the Jedi. It was Ahsoka and Count Dooku, and then they
that's
did
right.
Tales of the Empire, and they did Barriss Offee, and I'm not sure who the other one was, to be honest with you. And then they did Tales of the Underworld, which was Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress. Um,
Mhm.
and Bad Batch sort of paved the way for them to do the Asajj stuff, and then I think they might do something else later. No, they didn't do the Maul show is an actual show. That's got 10
Okay.
episodes. It's got a second season on the way. Um, yeah. I know. So we're both kind of, for context, we're both Star Wars fans, but I know you've sort of fallen out of the loop a little bit just because, let's face
I've
it, Star
fallen
Wars is
out of
not your,
like the animated stuff a little bit.
yeah.
Um, in terms of live action stuff, I'm all caught up.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
So
Uh, Ahmed asked, do you think a lot of villains will appear in the Olsen series? I personally, I mean, you probably have more info on this than I do, but I don't think so. I think it was mostly a Grodd-focused season, right?
um, it'll be Grodd focused.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain it'll focus on Grodd. I know there were rumors that it was like
I know when
villain,
APOC first reported it, it was going to be a villain anthology. I thought like every episode would feature a new villain. I think that's what he
I
implied at least.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like the show will center around um, Jimmy Olsen and Gorilla Grodd in some capacity.
Sam
Um,
asked us to call Grim fodder, by the way. Grim,
all
your
right,
fodder.
Grim is fodder.
All right, great. um, keep going. My bad.
No, I think that's about it.
Okay. So we got about 3 minutes until I start the main part of this show. Guys, please feel free to keep talking. We will obviously still respond. Um, except I can't, so that'll be on Cole to do that. Um, no, is there anything else to talk about? X-Men 97. I know you didn't watch it. I watched it. I thought it was really good, almost to the level of the first X-Men season.
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of Apocalypse. I think they need to do him in the MCU. They need to do him justice in the MCU because they didn't do him justice in the X-Men series, the films. But this is a good starting point to just to get people familiarized with X-Men characters, and I do think 97 sort of paves that road. We know we're getting a live action movie with Jake Schreier at the helm. We know that that's coming out in 2028. Like that's just kind of a given at this point based on the slate. Um,
Yeah,
so I think and it got renewed for season 4. I don't know if you heard about that, but so we've got a
I
season
did.
3 and a season 4. Season 4 would be out in 2028. I think we can all kind of agree Marvel's next saga is going to be mutant focused, um,
Definitely.
which is definitely the right play, by the way. I think
Yeah.
mutations is already starting to come up. Brand New Day's got a mutation of Peter getting that organic webbing that Toby's Spider-Man has. Um, Blade, if we, I mean, we talked about this prior to the podcast. You
Yes,
convinced
we did.
me that Blade is not coming out. Well, I'm not convinced actually, but you told me that that was going to be the case. I still don't believe that.
I think
But
that
Blade,
project is dead.
I think it could be Midnight Suns.
But
I
like
think
that's not me. That's not me like announcing that or anything. That's just my theory.
yeah, it's not a scoop. That's just
It's
what
not
we're
a scoop.
saying. um, if Blade does happen though, or if Blade's in the saga, he would also sort of be a mutation in a way. He's not a mutant, but vampires are obviously sort of a mutation of humans as a whole. So I think there could be an overarching theme of just things that are like different than human beings and them kind of being ostracized, which is a
Yeah.
good message to right now. I mean, hopefully it's outdated by that point. Hopefully hopefully things get better in our world and that kind of story can just be a reminder of the
Yeah.
past. But I can't imagine. Um,
I mean,
like
X-Men was kind of founded on kind of this sort of thing, and then
yes,
we're seeing it brought up again in America today.
I made
Uh,
a reference in my or I made a callback. I don't know if callback's the right word. I made a comparison. That's the right word. From what X Factor's doing in X Men '97 season 2 to akin to what Ice is doing. I felt that that was a good comparison to make. X Factor's not as violent. They're not as awful, and the government's not using them the exact same way. But I think it's meant to be sort of a comparison to be made there for our real society. Which X Men the animated show was always kind of topical with its politics. I'm very happy that X-Men 97 has not skipped a beat. It does make me excited because I do think that Feige's an executive producer on X-Men 97. Obviously, he's overseeing the project still. I do think that there's a level of freedom there, but it does make me a little bit happy that like maybe we will see that political commentary, that soap opera-esque drama that occurs in X-Men carry forward in the movies. Something that the original movies did not do an amazing job of. We can't know
Right.
for sure. Marvel, of course, and DC even both have sort of gone away from being as politically active, I guess is the right word. I know that some people probably even watching this live stream probably don't care for that, but unfortunately, that is just an aspect of comic book media. It's an aspect of film in general. Like it's not something you
Yep.
should shy away from. You should you should,
Comic books are
however,
political.
yeah, you should, however, use it, I think, in a way that makes sense, that really tells that message. It'll hit hard for everybody, even if you're not as politically aware or politically engaged, because you'll see the themes, you'll see the empathy, you'll see the emotion, and you'll resonate and connect with it. And that's what I really want X Men to do. That being said, if we don't have any chats, which we don't, I'm gonna go ahead and bring us to the share screen.
Okay.
Give me a second. Slideshow. Gonna move that, and we're going to hit share screen now. And hopefully everything is good. If you have the live up, can you let me
Will
know?
I?
Everyone should
I don't
be.
see it. Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna now also share this with you. I should be sharing the window capture in if you go to like
Yes.
the collab cam, so you can see what we're looking at here.
I mean, I could just see it on my screen. I
Oh, that
just.
too. Well, it's gonna be delayed. Now you have technically a lookup. So I want you to, if people ask questions, I want you to let me know, and I'll try not to go
Okay.
super fast here. We have a prediction slate. We're gonna do this every single time a new project in the DCU releases, within reason. I think if there really is no changes, maybe we'll just skip it. But I do think that
Mhm.
after every release, there'll probably be new announcements. There'll be new release dates, stuff like that. Or at one of these times, maybe James Gunn will just get fired, and and that'll just be the end. But hopefully that never
Yeah.
happens because we don't want the DCU to fail. This is our DCU prediction slate. It's going to start with the projects we already know, already come out, all that. It is a full on slate, but we're going to skip over those pretty briefly because it doesn't matter. Gods and Monsters is the first chapter. We're expecting it to take place around 6 years in total, of the DCU. 24 projects, which is kind of what they've said. It's like it's going to be 25 and 25 about. That
Hmm.
makes a lot of sense. We start off with the typical 3 projects a year, maybe a couple fours. We do get into 5 or 6 later on. I think 6 is the max we've ever had for a year in our slate prediction. It's probably not even likely we'll get to 6, but I think if Marvel's consistently pumping out 8, and it seems like they're going to keep doing about 8, maybe 7
Hmm.
or 6, but around that number, I can't imagine if DC has a level of success they won't try to do the same. Um, anyway, moving forward, we already know about Creature Commandos.
Yep.
Um, enough said about that. I think Creature Commandos is a project that happened, came and went, animated show.
Fairs.
Superman, we love Superman. I think Superman's one of those movies that just everyone loves, and I'm very happy about that. But we know about Superman. We know when it came out. We know all that.
Oh, we have
We
a
can move on.
question.
Go ahead.
Executive judge said or asked, "Is chapter the same thing as a phase, or the chapter is a saga?"
No, I would
It's
argue.
basically a phase.
I would argue it's like the phases of Marvel. That's how I've interpreted
Yeah.
it. Marvel's phases are very loose, especially now. They've always been loose, but they're very loose now.
Mhm.
So sagas really are the only thing that matter for Marvel anyway. But the sagas that they do take about 8 to 10 years. It's possible that Chapter One will last 8 years, and it could just be a saga, but I don't think so. I think it's meant to be the chapters are like phases. But Gunn would be the person to ask about that, to be honest. I think he's even said it's like the phases in Marvel. I think he
Yeah.
said
I
that.
just don't think James Gunn is answering any questions at this time.
James Gunn is not available for comment. Peacemaker
Yeah.
season 2, we've already seen. Yeah, we know it's in chapter 1. We know all that. We can move forward. Supergirl just came out.
Just came
We
out.
discussed our thoughts on this movie last week.
Hmm.
Obviously, I would argue this is the first project that really hasn't really pushed the DCU forward in any capacity, both in terms of plot too. Like it's kind of a like a movie that just sort of puts Supergirl in the spotlight and that's it. It's not really progressing any plot forward. We're gonna have plenty of projects like that though, where it's like it's kind of just a story that you
Yeah.
tell, and it's just kind of that's what it is. Um, the other ones we know Lanterns is coming out. I forgot to put season one. It would be the first season of what we expect to be multi seasons. We've heard rumors of season two writers room, um, and season two is allegedly being made right now in some capacity, developed or
Hmm.
whatever. Yeah, I think it'll go for multiple seasons as long as season one is well received. But this is what we already know. We already
It's
know it's
also
coming out.
HBO, so it's got a lot of money behind it.
It's a good point too. Peacemaker was not an HBO show. That was Max. So
Yep.
um that makes sense why that was just kind of ended. Penguin was HBO, but it was a limited series, so it just I mean, season two was kind of
Well, they did try to write it into a season two, but I
yeah.
guess that's kind of dead.
I think that would just be a part three thing, to be honest. At this point, or you do a
Yeah.
spin-off show with Catwoman. They could do that actually. I would see that happening. Zoe Kravitz can do a show. I don't know. We're not
Hmm.
predicting Matt Reeves. We're not predicting Matt Reeves.
Not the
Um,
DCU,
not the DCU.
unless they
Clayface, unless they
did the
merge, which
merge.
we pretend that did not happen. We also pretend that Dynamic Duo is not DCU, which I don't think it will be. It doesn't sound like it will be. Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
Slayface we know is coming out. I got the poster. It took forever to find the poster on Google Images, by the way. I don't know why, because it is like a real poster. I don't know why it took so long.
Uh,
The last project that we know for sure is coming out next is Man of Tomorrow. This is 2027.
yes.
It's the last one we know for sure. But the next few projects are not going to be like, whoa, that's crazy that's happening because we still know about many of these. It's just it is in release
Yeah.
order. Um, all right, here we go. Here's where we start predicting things for real.
All right.
Creature Commando season two. We know it's in production.
Yeah.
Um, we know it's coming out after Man of Tomorrow. Gunn said something like new, like it's gonna be like right after Man of Tomorrow. So I think this is a pretty safe bet. What do you think? Why did we place it here?
Because I think they're working on the animation. I think this. I think Dean Lorry said the scripts were done, right?
Yeah. Oh
Or
yeah,
maybe
they've
they're
been
not.
working on animation for a while, I believe.
Yeah, and then
That's what I got from what they were
it
saying.
just seems realistic that, or Jim Gunn said that it would come out after Man of Tomorrow, soon after. So
Yeah, I'm
it'll
assuming
it'll probably
this
come
is
out at
September.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fall 2027.
Which we talked about another show that could be coming out in fall 2027. And I think it's
Yeah,
possible they just release both at the same time, to be honest with you. I don't think that's that crazy to think.
yeah,
And it's the Jimmy Olsen show. Um, again, we know it's filming in August. A year turnaround seems likely for post production and all that. We don't know how long it'll be. It's probably going to be 8 episodes if I had to guess. Um, it could be multiple seasons. We don't predict it will be, um, but it could be. I don't know. Um, what do you think?
um, yeah. I think it'll come out fall 2027.
Fall
Um,
2027, maybe October timeframe, something like that.
yeah, because this is, I think, as we were saying before, um, Peacemaker filmed with Superman, while Jimmy Olsen, and then came out just a couple months after Superman, and Jimmy Olsen is shooting right as Man of Tomorrow ends. So uh, it makes sense that it won't come out in the summer that Man of Tomorrow releases in, but it'll
Yeah,
come soon after, probably fall.
that makes sense to me. The last 2027 project we have on this list, again, shouldn't come as too much of a shock for those who have been paying attention to the news and stuff. Mr. Miracle. And I think this could just be a December release. They might just release all episodes at once. I don't really know.
I
What are
think
your
I think
thoughts?
it could be 2028.
Could be could be a Creature Commando situation actually, where it like
So we have so we
starts in
have three
2027.
shows coming out in fall 2027.
That is true. That is
Maybe
true.
Creature Commando season 2 could be summer.
You think season two might be? You said summer.
Yeah, Summer after Man of Tomorrow.
They could do, yeah, they could do August. They could do Jimmy Olsen like in like October, and then start Mr. Miracle in 2027, bring it into 2028. I can see that
Yeah,
happening, but I don't.
Mr. Miracle might get the Creature Commandos release time,
Yes, we
which was
also
December.
once again Mr. Miracle one season. We expect it to be a limited series. It's based on a comic, which to me kind of just implies that there won't really be more past it. Um, but we'll see Mr. Miracle again. I expect, as long as the show is like good. Like I don't even think it needs to get views. I
Well,
think
I
it just
think
needs to
they're
get good.
building up to JLI, so
Well, either way, then yeah, then Mr. Miracle would just be on that
yeah.
team. Um, we're moving into 2028 territory now, where we're gonna get a little interesting with some stuff. It's still not any real surprises, I don't think, but a few things that have not been reported by Gunn that have been reported by other people that we think are probably on the slate. The first one is Bane Stroke. Now we've heard talks of Greg Matola. Matola, is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Directing this movie. We've heard talks of it kind of being the next project to come out after Man of Tomorrow film wise.
Mhm.
I expect it to take a February release date. I'm trying to think what Marvel would have. That probably not May because they would go with X-Men. That would probably not be a good idea. It's probably before X-Men would come out. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Um, I think it's at this point it's pretty clear that this will be the next movie. Um, Sounds like they're gearing up for pre-production. So I think, yeah, 2028 probably. I don't know if it'll be spring. Probably summer.
Or you think it could be even later than X-Men? Is that what you're saying? It could be after X-Men.
When's X-Men?
X-Men. I'm assuming it doesn't have a release date.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's May. I'm assuming it's the May movie. I think they have a May, July, November movie for Marvel. I'm assuming it would be the May release. You might do Black Panther 3 in November and then maybe something else in July. Maybe it would be X-Men. I don't know.
you see, I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, we don't
I think
necessarily.
after. I think
Yeah.
after.
I don't think we have to fully predict Marvel to know what DC is going to do. I don't know how nervous they
Yeah.
are that these movies would clash. But I do, obviously, we expect DC to make smart decisions and not just place their movie right next to a movie that will for sure outgross it and kill its legs and stuff. So, and
Yeah.
Marvel theoretically should be doing the same. Um, you know,
Which they didn't last
which they
year.
didn't last time and it actually hurt them. So, if anything,
Yeah.
it probably will tell them, okay, like Fantastic Four could have made 600 million if we had just placed it in November. Maybe we'll just
I
do that
mean,
next time.
it's just vice versa. You need to have these superhero movies like they need to be
Spread out.
spread out a little bit.
Yeah,
Like they
both
can't
for
just
your
release back to
studio and
back.
for both for your studio and for other studios. Um,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough about Bainstroke, I think. Moving on. This has been reported by APOC. This is going to be a Huntress Korean language show. It sounded like a
Mhm.
limited series, and we've said it would be. It would follow. Um, I guess Huntress, would she be in Korea during the show? I don't know. It's like a spy thriller, right? Isn't it like John Wick, but for a DC
Um,
character?
I think it'll be Korean producer probably,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Um, we just think there's been motion on this show. It makes sense that they wouldn't necessarily have anything else out yet at this point. I know many of you are probably thinking, what about like Paradise Lost? We'll get to Paradise Lost in a second. I do think that overall it seems like a kind of a curveball, but it makes sense for 2028. We know it's been in development for a long time. Just because it hasn't been reported doesn't mean they're not working on it. Bane Stroke was very quick, right? Like we heard about it. Clayface was actually even quicker. Sometimes that will just happen, and Huntress might be one of those projects. Enough said.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to Lantern Season 2. Like we said, we expect this to be a multi season show. Live action projects for DC, I'm expecting to be about 2 years apart. Marvel does them 1 year apart, but they're also less expensive and they're not HBO shows. Lanterns makes sense that it would probably be 2 years apart. It would probably be summer though, right? Would you expect summer?
I think so. Summer or
so.
fall.
And I don't know. I think this is probably going to be our first like season 2 of a show.
Probably
Besides Creature Commandos, I think for like a live action show,
live
this is
action
probably our
show. Yeah.
first look at a
Yeah.
continuous show for the DCU. We have a 2028 movie that isn't mainstream. We
Yeah.
expect Wonder Woman to finally get
Wonder
a look
Woman.
in 2028. Do we think Wonder Woman has already been cast? And you know what I'm referring to. Do we think?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
So we think Adria's
Maxima.
Maxima. Okay.
I
All right.
mean, if she's not, fuck it. I mean,
I
like,
mean, they
I
might have
don't know.
casted Wonder Woman already. I don't know. It would make sense if
I,
the movie's coming out like November of 2 years from now. I don't know.
yeah, but if she's like a character in Man of Tomorrow, then she's a character in Man of Tomorrow.
Right.
But
Of course.
I don't expect it at all.
Okay.
Anyways, Anna Nagora writing, as of right now, subject to be changed, I guess.
Potentially.
Due
I don't know if it would
to
change for Wonder
online
Woman,
chatter.
to be
No,
honest.
I don't think so.
But Gunn also said the script is early days, which is why we've put it here. I do think it's going to come out soon. But 2028 is probably the closest you'd get. It's not coming out next year, obviously.
Now, people are kind of theorizing that Brave and the Bold could come before Wonder Woman. How would you think about that?
Well, we say the opposite clearly because we haven't put it on the thing yet. Yeah, no. The answer's no. It would come out. It could come out in 2028 theoretically. I don't think it will. Batman Part
Mhm.
2 can't release next year because Batman Part 2 obviously it's not filming or casted or anything, so it wouldn't happen anyway. It could come out with Dynamic Duo. I don't expect it to. Dynamic Duo seems like it'll be a similar movie to Brave and the Bold, at least in terms of concept. For a general audience perspective, they'd be like, why am I watching Dynamic Duo when I can watch Brave and the Bold? It would probably sabotage Dynamic Duo, which I don't think the studio wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough for me. That seems just like a no-brainer. You'd put it in 2029. It sucks. I want Batman to appear before it. Maybe he will. Banestroke could be an opportunity. He could even be in Man of Tomorrow. I mean, I don't expect him to, but I guess it's a possibility. He could appear in the Huntress show. Like, we don't know. I think it's pointless to be like, Brave and the Bold might just be the first time. Like, he could be appearing before then.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on Wonder Woman? I think November would probably be around the time I would expect it to come out. December, maybe. I don't know.
November doesn't have the best legs.
Thanksgiving though, you could get a movie out during Thanksgiving. You get people who come.
They still don't have great legs most of the time. I think Wicked 1 changed that.
You know what though? Isn't
because Black Panther Wakanda Forever kind of had bad legs.
Yes, but it did gross 800 million.
Yeah, but it had a huge opening weekend.
Yes. Well, Marvel
movies, it kind of had like
DC movies, they're all front loaded.
Like it was kind of like Batman vs Superman in the terms of like it kind of lagged pretty bad because when December rolls around and you have a big December tentpole film, that's when kind of those legs get snapped like completely.
Marvel didn't have one in 2022, but I can't remember if DC had. DC had Black Adam around that time.
Yeah, and yeah.
The movie did.
It came out. No, it came out 2 weeks before Wakanda Forever. In October.
Oh yes, it was October. It was late October.
Yeah, but October also horrible, for box office, and Joker changed that. Like Joker was just unbelievable in that regard. But like October generally, yeah.
Because the second one also came out in October, I believe. So or November.
Did it?
Maybe. It was October or November. I remember watching it. That semester.
I thought it was September.
It was. It might have been September. I don't think it was.
No, it was early October. Yeah.
Yeah. Now Clayface is in October, but I expect because it's horror.
Oh, we do have some comments.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Executive judge said we still need to know the Avengers 2012 of this chapter. We'll be getting to that. And then to be fair, Superman didn't do that well either. It hurt both Supes and Fantastic Four when we were talking about them.
Oh
coming
yeah,
out next year.
yeah. I think
It did hurt Superman's legs a
it did
tiny
hurt
bit. Yeah.
Superman. I don't know if Superman would have. Superman did really well considering. I mean, Jurassic
Hmm.
World screwed both of them. If we're being honest, like I think that was also a problem. Um, but
And then was Phase Two announced months after the Avengers came out, and then I feel we might find out the next DCU chapter after Man of Tomorrow drops.
no, I
Was
don't
was
expect
Phase
that
Two
to happen.
announced months after the Avengers?
Yeah, it was, but
Okay.
Marvel also only had 6 movies per phase, so it's a lot easier
Hmm.
to book the next 6 than it is to book the next like 25 projects. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Um, even for Marvel, like they're not gonna book the entirety of the Mutant Saga after, um, or even all of Phase 7 probably after Secret Wars. Like they're not gonna do that. They're gonna give you probably the first 4, 5 projects, and then you'll hear some things from the trades, you'll get some rumors, and then you'll just kind of know. That's what I assume. All right, we should
Yep.
move on. We've been on this Wonder Woman screen long enough. As much as I love Wonder
Yeah.
Woman, we're in 2029 now, and look, another Wonder Woman project. This is where we expect Paradise Lost
Yay.
season 1, because we expect it to be HBO. We expect it to be multiple seasons. Season 1, we expect in 2029, early February, January, even somewhere around there.
Yeah, probably
Um,
after Wonder Woman. I hope they do kind of what they did with not Jimmy. Well, yeah, Jimmy Olsen and Peacemaker,
and
filming
film it
filming
alongside Wonder
next
Woman.
to the movie because
Because
I
there will
think
be crossover, right? There's going to be some characters that appear in both, I assume.
maybe not.
Like, because
It could be totally like
totally
fully
separate.
historical.
Yeah, it's possible. Um, Same location though. It would be the same location.
Themyscira, yep.
Yeah, I mean, unless Themyscira's just not in the Wonder Woman movie, but that would be stupid.
Yeah,
James
that
Gunn's
makes
watching the stream right
sense.
now. He's like, "Oh, put Themyscira in the Wonder Woman movie." Yeah, there's not a lot else to say about this. This is one of the original
Yeah,
10 announced.
yep.
So all right, let's keep it moving.
Moving on.
Hey, this is where we have Brave and the Bold. And we expect Batman to
Brave and
be
the
added to the
Bold.
title. Come on now. This would be May 2029. I don't know, somewhere around there. It seems like a good time for
Does
both of them.
Marvel have a slot
Yeah,
taken at
I
that
think they
time?
I think they do.
May 2029.
I think
That
so
might be
20
that might be fodder of a spot then.
for Marvel. I mean, I think because Batman's going to outgross probably whatever Marvel
I
does.
think for both.
Oh, is it just going to be another Superman? They put Fantastic Four 2 there. Could you imagine?
We talked about this actually last night.
They put Fantastic Four 2 in 2029, and then, oh, Fantastic Four underperformed again. Well, the team sucks. No one likes them.
Yeah.
God, I hope not. They put Blade here. Yeah, they do make Blade, but it makes like 300 million because it's against Batman. Oh my
Oh my
God.
god.
I mean, funny enough though, if we talk like overall box office, like 300 million is a good number. People kind of forget
It,
that. Like
it
that's
depends on the budget.
yeah, like if you just keep these budgets normal and not like at 200, 250 every time, you
Then
could
yeah.
gross 300 and make a decent profit. These studios just need to like
Yeah.
chill with the budgets. Um for
True.
every movie. It's not just superheroes. For every movie. Mission Impossible
True.
8 was like 500 million. Come on. What are we doing? Um all right, this is where we have Batman, Brave and the Bold. Hopefully Batman appears before this time because this is honestly not even as we could have gone like 2030 for Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't expect it to be 2030, but we could have.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get it sooner rather than later anyway. But this is where we currently have it based on everything else in production
Hopefully.
and in motion. All right, we know there's
Booster
been a pilot.
gold.
We know there's been a pilot order for Booster Gold season 1. I believe we said this would be multiple seasons. I don't remember now. We did go over the whole thing, but I think we said season 2 would happen. Um, David Jenkins is the guy writing Booster Gold,
Yep.
right? Or show running? Is he show? Or he's just writing? I don't know.
He would be showrunner if they picked up the
If they
pilot.
picked it, okay, I got you. Booster Gold's your favorite DC hero, right? Am I wrong
Yep.
or yeah? So
I'm
this is
excited for this.
this is Home of Comics' most anticipated project because I also love Booster Gold. Um, it's
Elite.
sad that it's gonna take this long. To be honest, I guess I get it, but it's just I don't know. May
I
2029.
They need to focus on the heavy hitters at this point in time.
I think Booster could be a heavy hitter if you give him the opportunity.
He could be, but like
Yeah, I get what you're saying though.
you got to get the Trinity out.
You got to get the Trinity out.
So
Rats. Oh, there's gonna be a project, by the way. There's gonna be a few projects that are gonna be like, why isn't it on here? Typically, we'll get to it when we get to it, but
we
some of those are
projected
just
being
gonna be
canceled.
we project will be canceled. Yeah, which we're actually there's one project in particular you're gonna be like, oh, they must have thought that was canceled, and we put it right at the end, and you're like, oh, what? We'll get to that when we get to that. We kind of troll on the last year. I'm
W
not gonna lie.
spoiler.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. Hey, Henchman. We expect Henchman to come out in
Henchman.
2029, directed by Zach Cregger. It might not even be a DCU movie. Now that I'm thinking about it, like they could just make it like a movie that isn't related to the
I
DCU.
think Zach Kreger said that it would fit.
Well, of course it would
I don't
fit.
know.
But it would be a unique
Yeah.
movie. It would probably be super low budget. It would be like your Clayface of 2029. Um,
Oh yeah. I mean, Zach Kreger works with those budgets anyway. So
yeah, I expected also to have a horror focus, just because Cregger is like that. So this could be October, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Um, maybe he changes up some stuff to make it more scary. I don't know. I also think it was Joker, right? Was it going to be Joker's like henchman? Was that what he
Yeah, I
pitched?
think so. I think so.
So maybe Joker is like a villain and
Yeah.
he gets killed by Joker. That could be scary. I would be freaked out by that. I'm not gonna lie. Joker.
Yeah.
If Joker's really angry at you,
Some
like,
some people don't think this is coming out or this will be made. But honestly, I think if Supergirl proved anything, I think you say yes to this because you got a very talented filmmaker who's on the rise right now, who has the script done, and he
he's
says
not working on that much more.
he's working on The Flood, and then after that, he would have time for this, which I think he gave a lineage of what scripts he wanted to film in order, and The Henchman came after The Flood, I think.
He's not directing Gladys, by the way. If that wasn't
Yeah,
Gladys,
he's
is
just
the Weapons
producing it.
prequel. He's just producing and writing it. So he would have time to do Henchmen. He only has to direct this. This is
Yeah,
already
and it would be low budget. So I mean, you can have a safe hit with a critically acclaimed director.
You can put Batman in it too, and it
But
would
he's
up the
making
budget
to
a
do
little
it.
bit. You could put Batman in it. It would up the budget a little bit, but like it'd still be pretty low budget, and you'd
Yeah.
have a pretty big hit because everyone would be like, "Oh my god, Batman's in it." So
Yeah.
you know, the general audience are sheep. you
I think
you can bend them to your will.
I think we will see this have more motion if Clayface is successful.
Nice.
I think this is their green light to after Clayface
Yeah, and it would be about
in
3
response
years,
to
but
Clayface.
that's not that crazy to think about. All right, this one's kind of a random one, and we're gonna explain it. I'm gonna let Cole explain it actually. This is gonna be a limited series. Fire and Ice are members of JLA. Oh my
Justice
god!
League International.
Thank you. I couldn't get the acronym down.
JLI.
We JLI. Yeah, I did G. That's my bad. I don't know a lot about Fire and Ice, to be honest with you. I want you to explain this one.
Yeah, so I think they're kind of important to Justice League International, and I think what the DCU is doing is building towards Justice League International. I don't know if that'll be like the Justice League team, probably not, but it'll be like a separate thing,
Right.
in this universe anyway, not like comics, but like it'll probably be like the Justice League, and then like Maxwell Lord's freaking fodder team with the JLI.
There's also we already have like a Korean project in the works, so it makes sense why we would have potentially other projects set in different countries. If it's something the DCU really wants to do, have international focus. Fire and Ice would make sense. You'd put it.
Yeah.
You'd maybe even make it Portuguese language. You wouldn't have to, but that could be a potential thing too. So I think for all those reasons and more, maybe not 2029. We kind of just threw it in there, but I do think that this would be coming out in Chapter 1, especially if you want to build up the JLI. Moving forward, are you checking the comments too?
Yes, I am.
All right, that's good. Teen Titans. Might be a little too late for Teen Titans. I can't lie. And we also don't predict.
I don't think so.
We don't predict it'll get any more movies. Spoiler alert. But I do think the Teen Titans will just be a team that'll just exist in the DCU, and then we'll do things. I don't think this is the lineup we're gonna get. By the way, I picked I think that's the Wikipedia image. So, Teen Titans is being written by Noguera right now. I don't expect her to maybe stay on it. It could go through a couple iterations. That's why it's in 2030. Um, but
Well,
this is
they
going to
did
be a surefire.
start writing it, so maybe when it gets closer to then, and Wonder Woman's done writing, then I don't know.
There's also a particular
Could go
reason
fast.
why I thought it would be here, and that's due to Wally West. I think he could be a Teen Titan, and Barry Allen could be a Flash in the first chapter of the DCU. We're gonna get into where I think the Flash is really going, and where maybe you agree with this. I don't know. Maybe it's just my theory. Um, I'm expecting Barry to either die or retire, and Wally to be our mainline Flash, but just in chapter 2. This is a good way of introducing him to audiences while leaving that door open. We'd have Dick would probably be in Batman Brave and the Bold, maybe Banestroke. So he'd already be a figure. He might be in Teen Titans. It also just might be Damian. Hard to tell. It might not even be Teen Titans. It could just be like regular Titans. We don't know much about this project.
Yeah.
Uh, so that for all those
Executive
reasons,
Judge says apparently it'll be the lineup from the cartoon.
if it's the lineup from the cartoon, then it would be Dick. And he would probably have to be Nightwing. Could be a prequel.
I think it could be Damien. If they stick with Damien,
Could be Damian.
if they stick with Damien and Brave and the Bold, then I could see it being Damien.
You got Beast Boy, you got Cyborg, you got Raven, you got Starfire. I believe that was the team. Terra. Terra was in the original show. If we're talking Teen Titans Go, she wasn't really there that much. Um,
And I
Either way, though,
mean,
it's very solid.
I feel like Donna Troy will be a great addition to it,
She's in the
but
image.
but with if they're going with Teen Titans Go, then you can't really refute that wouldn't be popular because it would.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go is
A lot of the
one of the
people
most
who would be
successful things that she's
watching
done.
this, yeah, a lot of people watching this grew up on Teen Titans Go.
I grew up with Teen
So,
Titans Go.
oh yeah,
I'm
me too.
prior. I was born after Teen Titans came out. We're young here at Home of Comics. We're young blood. I don't even know what Teen Titans is. No, I'm just kidding.
But I do think this could be like a close to $1 billion film if done right.
Yeah, I think 800, 900.
Because it's popular. Like it's a huge underrated hit.
And you could give it that $200 million budget theoretically if you really wanted to. Which could mean Batman could be in it. Like I expect he could take a small cameo or something. Again. Oh look, Batman's in it. Then everyone flocks to the movie. I don't know. It's a neat idea. Maybe you get a Superman.
Facts.
Maybe you get like Superboy and this team, and it's like Young
Yeah.
Justice. I don't know. DC does weird stuff all the time. James Gunn's got a weird mind. Maybe he'll just like throw in random characters and call it a day. Gorilla Grodd's in it for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We got a few more projects in Chapter 1 when we move on to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is going to just literally be random BS for the most part, and you guys are just going to have to kind of roll with that. We're predicting... I just, like, threw my headphone. We're predicting Hawkgirl could get a limited series. It's possible. Get some Thanagarian lore in there.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
That's my prediction. I think.
Um,
Well, if
Hawkman.
we are getting Strange Adventures, then we probably will have some of that. Just because, well, actually not in this comic, but I think they should adapt more of Strange Adventures. Like they should adapt Strange Adventures.
Yeah.
But not. I just don't like the Tom King comic versus the kind of golden age of Adam Strange. And I think there's a lot of lore between them and the Thanagarians, and I think that's where this could possibly come into play.
Yeah,
It'll definitely expand the DC lore, like DC Universe lore, rather than DC Earth lore, and I think that's equally as important as the Earth lore.
At this point, too, you'd want to go a little cosmic, I feel like. 2030?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when Marvel really kicked
Gods
in
and
with like, Guardians of the
Monsters.
Galaxy and stuff,
I mean,
so... That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But, Gods and Monsters is almost wrapped up. We got a few more projects here. We got the Blue Beetle animated series finally coming into play. It could come earlier, to be fair, but this just made the most sense. We don't think it's really in production right now. They're probably still developing it. Blue Beetle could have
Probably.
appeared in stuff before this too, so don't worry about that. Like he could be in Teen Titans too. That could definitely be a potential thing.
Hmm.
Um, but it would follow, I think, the events of the movie, which would be 7 years old at this point too. Maybe they would just rewrite the movie at that point. Maybe they'd just be like, screw it. It's a loose sequel to that or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It does have a showrunner. It could come out earlier. I just don't expect it
it
to.
could.
Could come out before the
Yeah,
Hawk Girl show. Maybe that maybe that's a good the Hawk Girl show that might not even
yeah.
be a thing. Yeah.
Why not?
um, I don't know.
All
Any
right.
more thoughts on this?
I don't think so.
Checkmate. We expect Checkmate to finally carry forward the main plot of the Waller stuff in season one. It wouldn't be called Checkmate Waller, but this is us saying Waller is being replaced
Yeah.
by a Checkmate show. It got teased in Peacemaker season two. It'll probably be teased further in Man of Tomorrow. It'll be teased further in Bane Stroke. 2 years later, we finally get the show. I think that makes sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You had
nothing much to it. I think there will be some plot connection between Peacemaker and this, um,
Peacemaker would
especially
be in
with
it,
Salvation.
I assume.
Well, yeah, he would be in this, but like, would Peacemaker? The question is, would Peacemaker be rescued in a project that isn't that, or
Man
a
of Tomorrow.
project that's he could be?
I
I
think they
don't
just do it in Man of
see how
Tomorrow.
that would connect with Brainiac and stuff, but I mean, Salvation is apparently important to it,
I
so
don't know. James Gunn, his mind works in mysterious ways. It's best not to question some of it. Sometimes you just kind of have to roll with
yeah.
it. He's got ideas.
Anyways, yeah,
He's
2030
our DCU Jesus. I mean,
facts.
finally we close off 2030 with a Justice League movie, which honestly would fit
Yep,
pretty well with Checkmate.
you called it, Arnie.
You finally assemble the team. You finally get. It's not going to be this roster, but it would be something like John Stewart, maybe
Batman,
Barry,
the
Batman.
Trinity, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Hawk Girl,
Yep,
uh,
Peacemaker. Like it probably would. Peacemaker would probably be on the
no,
team.
John Stewart,
Yeah, I already said John.
Martian Manhunter,
You get like Fire and Ice and Blue
and
Beetle and Booster.
I don't think Flash and Aquaman are going to be in Justice League.
No. I
In
don't know.
this in this Justice League.
They probably fight Gorilla Grodd, knowing the direction everything's heading anyway. Maybe something like that.
Flash could be in in Jimmy Olsen and like and then they announce another Flash movie before all this, and we just genuinely don't know.
We don't know.
And this
We
would
didn't go that
and that
route.
would ruin our whole slate.
But we'll know by the Jimmy Olsen show, which again we're gonna
Yeah.
try to predict after every project comes out. So maybe the next time we'll run that scenario and just completely change everything. All
Right.
right, moving on, chapter two. I know that's in the Batman colors, but I just want a different color for DC Studios. This is where the merger happened. No, I'm just kidding. 5 years we expect for chapter two. 25 projects, 5 a year. Let's go. Let's just kick into gear. I don't know what it'd be called at all. Maybe they
Um,
call it Legacy. Superman Legacy. Maybe they call it chapter two Legacy or something. I don't know.
no. I'm gonna make a prediction.
Okay.
Actually, no, I lost it. Never mind.
All right.
Go
No
on.
predictions. Let's just move forward. Dead Man animated show, 1 season.
This is basically like Creature Commandos being the first DCU project here.
Yeah. At this point, they can get a little crazy with it. It's chapter two, clearly
Mhm.
building up towards Justice League Dark. This has been reported too, so like I feel like 2031 at this point might even be too late. Like I don't know. Sometimes things get reported, and I'm like, wouldn't it just come out like 2 years from now? But it doesn't. So,
Yeah.
2031 we expect for Dead Man. It would be 1 season. They wouldn't. How would you make more? It's only Dead Man's not that popular. I don't. Maybe Preacher Commandos got
Could
two
be breakout
seasons.
hit,
Maybe
but
like Creature Commandos. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
Moving forward, Paradise Lost season two. I think it's been 2 years since we had the last one, so it makes sense. It keeps forward with that
Yep.
logic.
Into the
Yeah,
second chapter.
into the second chapter. You expand Wonder Woman lore before a potential sequel to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That all makes sense to me.
I think with Paradise Lost, I would traditionally expect that to be just 1 season because it's a lot of Wonder Woman lore without Wonder Woman. So how popular will it get is the question. But the way James Gunn talked about it in the Slate announcement, for example, compares it to Game of Thrones, which you got to have like a huge, you got to have multiple seasons. If you want it to be remotely close to Game of Thrones, which I think it can, then you got to be Game of Thrones, and you got to have multiple seasons. So,
Of course.
in that aspect, I think they continue with the Wonder Woman / Themysciran lore, and just build the show out with its characters.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. I personally just think every 2 years getting a Paradise Lost season in there makes sense. Enough said. Wonder Woman might even be in this one, honestly, at this point. Like, I don't know. Maybe they do like a Wonder Woman side plot or something where like she's in the present day uncovering aspects. Who knows? I just threw that in there. I don't know. Green Arrow would get a movie though. Direct to Max. No, I'm kidding. No.
Do you think Ellison would do that?
Yeah,
Actually, he could.
he could direct to Paramount Plus.
David Zaslav hated that though.
Yeah, it's not a good idea, but they could. No, Green Arrow could get a theatrical release. He's well known. He's well known. You'd have to have you'd have to have Green Lantern in this probably to give it some credence. Black Canary would probably have to be in it, but you could make this happen. Standalone movie. Get a B-list character in there. Get him a little bit more popular. I think Green Arrow's a good selection. Could you tie it into everything else? Maybe it's just like a Clayface, where it's just like it's not low budget, but maybe
this is also James Gunn's favorite DC character.
Yeah, he was gonna get him in at some point. 2031 seems like a decent time. You can make it a summer movie. Hope that Marvel doesn't have X-Men 3 out or whatever. Like X-Men 2 would be X-Men 2 at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully you just get lucky with release windows. And
X-Men First Class.
It makes 500 million.
They do a prequel.
Yeah. All right. Lantern Season 3. It's been 3 years since the last Lantern season. There is reasons for that in that Justice League would have Green Lantern in it. You could even have Green Lantern and Green Arrow. You could have Green Arrow in Lantern Season 3. There's a lot of things you could do here, making the 3-year wait worth it. But this would be the final season of Lanterns. We'll explain why in just a moment. But yeah, I don't know. 3 seasons seems about fair. You get Green Lantern Corps lore in there fully in the DCU. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
We don't know. This is
like
2031.
I don't know anything that would be in this season because I don't know anything that'll happen in season 2, or do I? But I just
maybe I do, maybe I don't.
I just don't know anything that would happen particularly in season 3.
We are absolutely taking shots in the dark here, but these are educated shots in the dark. There's also shots in the dark.
Yeah, we're educated.
This is where we get really crazy, and we predict that Flash and Aquaman don't have places in the Justice League, and they instead get their own show. It wouldn't be called this, but it'd be called something like that. They had some synergy in the DCU, which is why I personally think this is a possibility. They work together in the comics. They have comics together. It's not out of the ordinary. You can expand Flash lore. You can expand Atlantis lore. Aquaman.
In this way, you save money on doing individual projects of each.
True, and you can still have it for the same budget.
Yep.
Yay! Thumbs up. Great. Awesome. That's enough.
This would definitely be HBO.
Oh yeah, you could make a lot of money off of it too. As a show even so.
Honestly, well, James Gunn also said that they would also maybe be selling some of their shows to like Netflix and stuff.
I would be okay with that. I have Netflix. That's fine with me. Do whatever you want. Netflix would immediately be like 5 more seasons and not even look back. So.
Netflix would definitely pick up Flash, Aquaman.
Yeah. Batman 2 we predict to be the December movie of 2031, November, whatever you want to call it. Late tentpole movie. I don't know what they'd adapt. We actually know what we think what Batman 3 would adapt. But Batman 2 Mr. Freeze.
No.
I don't know. It's time.
Mr. Probably Freeze. Introduce wait. No.
Mr. Freeze. Screw it. Why wouldn't it just be Mr. Freeze? He's not going to be in the Batman. You might as well put him in Batman 2.
Low-key, I don't think Mr. Freeze has that motion.
I think he's got that motion. And that's why the next project is... No, I'm just kidding. It's not a Mr. Freeze project. Yeah, I think he's got that. They can do Scarecrow.
Maybe.
You do Scarecrow again?
Scarecrow got that motion.
Scarecrow does have that motion. If Scarecrow's got the motion,
Have him be on the, but not have him be like Batman Begins Scarecrow. Have him be like a very bigger
Killian.
scope Scarecrow.
I love bring Killian back.
Like an Arkham.
He could be like
Arkham
60.
Knight.
It's fine. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't.
He's be like his 50.
That's not what I meant by
I know.
Scarecrow. But
I know. All right, we're taking shots in the dark here. Batman's gonna get a sequel. We all know it.
yeah.
This is where we finally put in the Mr. Terrific show that just got reported. We think it'll be the Terrifics, not Strange Adventures. It could be Strange Adventures, and that would be really
Who
sad.
knows?
So
We have Metamorpho. That's half the team.
Metamorpho's in it. He would be in probably Justice League or Man of Tomorrow. He'd probably be in Man of Tomorrow. He could be in Justice League. You'd probably put Plastic Man somewhere before this.
Matthew Lillard could be Plastic Man, for all we know.
Very old.
He would be
No
old.
offense to Matthew Lillard, but
I
very
mean,
old Plastic Man.
he's the same age as Nathan Fillion. So.
Yeah. You probably would put Guy Gardner in here as a cameo.
And Camille Nanjiani, who's reportedly Booster Gold.
Reportedly Booster. I don't believe that, but reportedly Booster. This would be animated, I think, unless the report is that it's live action. I don't know if that was the case.
It could be live action because I mean Eddie Gathegi has that motion. Anthony Carrigan's got that motion. I think whoever you get as Plastic Man is going to have that motion. And then Phantom as well.
Okay. All right. Screw it. It's live action. I don't know. I still think it would work better in animation if they're doing the Terrifics. And Strange Adventures. I think Strange Adventures would also work better in animation. But that's fine. Moving on, it's time to give a B-lister a little love. Let's give Martian Manhunter a little love. He's well known. People do know who he is. Let's give him a movie. He would be in Justice League by this point. He could be Man of Tomorrow. There's been reports of that.
I think he'll be in the Justice League in Chapter 1.
Yeah. Oh, no, I said that too. But he'd probably appear before then. He could be in Lanterns. He could be in this season of Lanterns. I don't think he is. He could be in Lantern Season 2. He could be in Lantern Season 3. There's no reason not to try. You could base it off... I don't know. Is Absolute Martian Manhunter unadaptable? Is there elements of that wouldn't make any sense and you couldn't adapt elements of it? I haven't read it. I don't know. But that has sold really well.
I think they possibly could, but then you're kind of getting rid of some diversity there, unless Absolute Martian Manhunter here is a black character.
Yeah, I do think they'd make Martian Manhunter black. That is maybe. I mean, they don't have to. I don't. But
in terms of the story, they definitely could have some
elements.
They definitely could adapt it in a way. Absolute Martian Manhunter is one of the best selling comics right now, which is crazy. Martian Manhunter
does not have that motion typically, and he's got that motion.
Yeah, I mean, Absolute Batman is like top of the skyrocketed list, but Martian Manhunter's like right there too. Like it's selling.
And that's why the next project is the Absolute Batman series, which is canon. No, I'm just kidding. We talked about that actually last live stream, but
we did talk about that.
Yeah. Finally, we get Justice League Dark. This could be animated, honestly. They could make it live action.
Yeah.
Yep, Deadman, he's in there. At this point, you'd just be like, screw it. You announce all the rest.
And get GDT.
Get GDT to direct the show, run the show. Swamp Thing would be in this. This would replace Swamp Thing as a movie. I don't think Mangold would do it. Mangold could have EP credit on this. I don't know.
We are projecting a cancellation of the Swamp Thing movie.
Come on. Do you really think he's not going to do Dawn of the Jedi? Do you really think he's going to do Swamp Thing? Like, please.
Yeah.
And me personally, I think Dawn of the Jedi is a more interesting movie for him to do than Swamp Thing.
Who knows? Because DC Studios might be like, we really want you to do this because Clayface is doing so well. If Clayface
even though they're two different things, I don't know. Swamp Thing could be body horror.
They would be the same concept. Well, not the same concept, but like same
genre.
Same genre.
Would it be body horror? I guess. I always thought it was monster.
I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, it'll be like a monster thriller.
Creature feature. From like inspired by like the 30s movies.
He said he did say it was inspired by Frankenstein.
There you go. I clocked it. I literally clocked it. I forgot that he said that and I clocked it. Frankenstein's great.
I remember when he said that.
It's very good. All right, let's give Wonder Woman some love. Let's give her a sequel. I think the Trinity would both get trilogies. All three would get trilogies.
Alex said, Brayden, Cronenberg Swamp Thing.
Cronenberg Swamp Thing? No.
This is the Alex I believe, right?
Yes, it probably is because he said Brayden. Sure.
And then
I don't know.
executive judge said, "So what'll be the end game for the new DCU?" Which
We'll
we'll
talk
talk
about that.
about.
Yes. I think Justice League 1 might adapt New Frontier. To be completely honest, in
Could
whatever way
be.
you can. Salvation and all that. I have genuine thoughts on the end game, by the way. You might have to take care of that. I might agree with you. I might disagree. But Wonder Woman 2, I don't know. What do you want the villain to be for Wonder Woman 2? What do you want the villain to be for
I
Wonder
think
Woman 1?
I was just about to mention that. I think it'll be Cersei.
For 1?
Yep.
And then Wonder Woman 2 might be Giganta.
Cheetah, but I mean, you
Cheetah.
already had a Wonder Woman 2 that did Cheetah.
Not well.
So
Not well at all, actually.
not well, but yeah,
It did
it's
happen.
funny to think about. I mean,
Cheetah!
hey,
Cheetah for 2032 is Wonder Woman 2. I don't know.
yeah, I don't. It'll be another classic Wonder Woman villain.
Also, it's worth noting that this would come out 4 years after the first, but you have a Justice League movie in between. Wonder Woman would probably be in Paradise Lost in some capacity, maybe, possibly. You'd have enough Wonder Woman content. Maybe there's an animated show they do. I don't know. Wonder Woman would be featured in enough stuff. I think it would be fine. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, we need to give Blue Beetle another season. Yeah, JLI would probably be in this. You'd want Blue Beetle to have a little bit more recognition than just one season. You give him a second season and then you call it quits because I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't call it quits.
I think this show will do well. So
You
it
think
could
so?
be getting Harley Quinn treatment.
The Harley Quinn treatment, where they just greenlight season after season after season, even when the
Yep,
show turns
they
to
could.
shit.
I mean, especially if it's affordable, they very much could.
It could be cheap animation. They could do 2D, make it like Invincible, where it's like there's no budget. They just
That is kind of what they did.
the Invincible budget. Oh my god, they just spend it all on the voice actors. It's so funny.
They really do.
It's so funny. I mean, it's literally fine. I don't care what it looks like. So I guess they.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, Paradise Lost. If it's gonna be Game of Thrones, you need to at least give it a season 3.
Yeah, it's got to be consistent too. No big gaps between seasons.
Yeah, so we got about 2 years, I think, in between each, right? And that would make sense. Season 3 would be in the January-February timeframe. We've already plotted out. You keep again. Wonder Woman would probably be in it by this point, or not, or I don't know. You could just keep running with it. Maybe Paradise Lost is animated. Maybe they made it animated.
Maybe the ending of Paradise Lost is literally them forming Diana out of clay.
I think that could be end of season 1, to be honest with you.
That could be end of season 1, low key.
And that's why I'm like, maybe they do Paradise Lost like there's a side mission in the present day with.
It depends. It depends how long Paradise Lost takes place before current day.
I thought it was thousands of years.
Did they say that?
I thought so.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
she is that old.
She is that. So. She's got that motion.
We don't know when Wonder Woman will be born within that time frame. So
we have no concept of Wonder Woman's birthday right now. No concept at all.
Nope.
It's like Kiadi Monday from The Acolyte. Remember that discourse?
Oh my
oh
god!
My god.
I am that show's biggest defender. I can't lie.
I
thought the discourse was actually insane because it was actually a good show.
It didn't break the canon. It broke the.
I prefer it over Ahsoka. I prefer it over not Andor.
Hell no. It might be the second best.
Mandalorian. I prefer it to Mandalorian.
Mandalorian seasons 2 and 1 I think are better than Acolyte, but season 3 is so not good. I refuse to say bad. I think it's just kind of like a 4 out of 10 to 5 out of 10 show, or season. But Acolyte's.
Are you talking about Acolyte?
8.
Oh.
No. I'm talking about Mandalorian season 3.
Dude, Acolyte is fucking cool. I don't give a fuck.
I hope that they continue that story in a comic or something. I would read it.
It really I actually got really pissed when they announced it got canceled because like I was so excited for what could come next because they freaking had Plagueis pop up, like, and they just don't do anything with that. And it was fucking cool. It was cool as
yeah,
fuck.
we would have seen Plagueis' apprentice before Palpatine. Oh my god, we got an Acolyte talk. Maybe one of these days we'll have a show and we'll be able to be like season 2.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
I'll do a video. You know what? I think I'll record a video on it.
On Acolyte, I would love to see that. That would be great. All right, let's move forward. We got 13 more projects if I'm doing the math right. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, we finally give Superman another movie in 2033. Yeah, it would have been what
5 years
6 years
after.
since the last one.
No, 6 years. Holy.
But
maybe
they
this
got-
is looking bad.
But we got
Maybe we
Justice
should
League.
change that.
We got Justice League.
Well, it depends if James Gunn is going to direct Justice League or not. Do we think James Gunn is going to direct Justice League?
Yes.
No, they're gonna have Andy Muschietti after Brayden.
Breaking: Craig Gillespie in talks to direct Justice League.
Well, there was that report that came out when The Flash was coming out that Andy Muschietti was in talks to direct Justice League. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Justice League 2. Yeah, I remember that. Low-key though, Superman could appear in a plethora of projects before. Like, he could literally appear in it. He's the main character. He is the main character of DCU.
Yeah.
They could put him in literally anything. He was in Supergirl. They could put him in Man.
I mean,
they
would have to pay him more. Like they would have to expand his contract, but yeah.
Yeah, Batman 2 could be World's Finest. Like, who knows? Like, I don't have a freaking clue.
Superman 3 could be World's Finest. No key.
Well, yeah, but I think you'd rather just do it for Batman 2, to be honest. It's probably more likely to make money if it has Batman at the top of the title.
I mean, just make it like BVS. I don't know.
BXS, Batman X Superman, World's Finest.
That is what the MonsterVerse did.
I know.
But except these two films would be not canon to each other.
Yeah, true. Oh my! Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, so we made BVS canon a little.
Who would we think is the villain of Superman 3?
Mongol.
Could be.
I mean, it wouldn't be if it's World's Finest. If it's World's Finest, it's probably just Joker and like Lex Luthor. That's probably what.
Oh
it would
yeah.
be. But if it's not, if it's just Superman 3, Mongol. Makes sense. You could do Brainiac again. You could do Lex again. Like, I don't know. Like, they could do whatever they want at this point.
Anything.
You could do anything. It should.
It definitely would be like Lex. I mean, Lex would probably be in it, but.
Or just maybe Lex is a good guy. Maybe Man of Tomorrow. They're like
definitely. It'll definitely be Lex on Superman's bad side again.
You think so?
Because I feel like Lex is just teaming with Superman because he has to, because Brainiac is like sucking up Earth in a bottle.
Because Lex is like, he doesn't want the Earth to be destroyed.
Right.
Basically.
Even though he put up a huge earthquake in the middle of Metropolis that would have destroyed the world. But
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. All right, Mongol for Superman 3 confirmed. Hey, let's get another season of Aquaman, Flash. They need to be in here. Like, look, Superman's in that. Why can't Superman be in the show sometimes?
If this is especially if they sell this to Netflix, like, they're gonna want to make this as long as possible.
They're gonna want to make it a Justice League show, basically.
Yeah,
I have no reason why.
And this will be better than their Scooby Doo. I'm confident in that. If they,
it'll be better than Scooby Doo Origins.
Yeah, whatever they're doing.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna have fun with that one. I think that could be
okay. Fun. Have fun.
You don't want to watch? Okay, you're like, that sucks. Yeah, I don't want that at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair, I guess. I don't know. Fairs. All right. I don't know.
Maybe
I'll watch it. Black Manta. Boom. There we go.
Flash. Who'd be the villain of the first one?
It said Gorilla Grodd. Why wouldn't it just be Gorilla Grodd? I don't know.
Maybe it'll be
Weather Wizard. I don't freaking know. Give me a plethora of Flash or Aquaman villains. Also, this would
like that concept is so fascinating because it's the world's fastest man, and then basically a fish. Like I'm fascinated in that concept.
I love
like how would they collide for a story? What can you tell there?
And how can you make it last multiple seasons too?
How can you make audiences wanna suck this shit up? Like, that's what you gotta ask yourself.
I don't remember what's next on the slate. I'm not gonna lie. We give Green Lantern a movie. We give Jon Stewart a movie. That's why we stopped doing Lantern seasons, by the way. Because screw that. We want to give him a movie. He would have multiple movies, but like, we're ending this after 2035.
I think Jon deserves a movie.
He deserves a movie. Provided he's good in Lantern. If he sucks in Lanterns, I'm canceling this instantly. Not even the very
Home of Comics is getting deleted.
Home of Comics getting deleted if he's bad in Lanterns. And then we
Yeah.
request Hal Jordan is the main Green Lantern. No matter what happens in Lanterns. But yeah, this makes sense. Who'd you want to direct Green Lantern?
McQuarrie,
Okay, I can see that.
because he was going to Christopher McQuarrie was going to direct it with Tom Cruise. I think that was something that was in talks in the DCU. And then I think the studio said no.
We know Sinestro will be in Lantern season 1. Do you think Annihilus might be the villain of this or something? Could that make sense, or would Sinestro maybe still be the villain? Sinestro would be old as hell, though. I'm not gonna lie. Ulrich Thompson would be old as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Or Thompson is going to be in his 80s at this point.
Yeah, old man Sinestro. Book it.
I mean,
Alright.
hey, we have Ian McKellen in Avengers Doomsday,
And possibly Secret Wars.
and
Possibly.
and Patrick.
And they could both potentially be in Secret Wars as well. I don't really expect that, but they could be.
So I mean, hey, fuck it.
Who knows? Yeah, literally. Let's talk about an animated show.
This is one of
Probably
my
an animated
favorite
show.
predictions.
You put Mr. Miracle in there.
No, I'm saying live action. I am
Oh.
saying live action.
Oh, damn. Okay.
We talked about this.
This would be a limited series, right? You don't expect this to be multiple. I mean, I guess it could be, but
I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a. Well, I was gonna say a Defenders thing, but we're not gonna get other characters from the New Gods individually.
yeah, this would be like the grounded Netflix shows, but it's new.
Bro,
Gods.
that show is actually awesome. Have you seen that? The limited Defenders
Dude,
series.
What?
What?
I don't want you to watch my tier list video anymore.
What happened?
Do you see where I put the Defenders in my tier list?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, spoiler for the tier list video. I'm going to be releasing it. We're going to be releasing at some point. I think I put it in F. I
Why?
hate that. That show is awful. How do you like that show?
I thought it was good.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, I was a kid when it came out,
yeah, you were, but come on.
and I watched it. I was like, this shit is so hype.
They canonized it, of course. It's canon. I think it's
Yeah, but they deleted it.
No.
Yes, they removed it.
What do you mean they removed it? The Defender show's on Disney Plus. It's part of the timeline. It's in the timeline.
Wait, it's on Disney Plus?
Yes.
I could have sworn I heard something that was like the Defenders like
No.
deleted. from
Every season of the Defender saga.
At least it got removed from Netflix
Yes.
before
Daredevil
Disney
did.
Plus though. Like
Yes.
it was.
Yes, that's true.
No. But you're not understanding me.
Oh, it didn't get removed from Netflix before it was on Disney Plus. If that's what you're saying, it did not.
I could have sworn it did. Okay.
It didn't.
Okay.
Defender
What?
sucks. It's
Anyways,
the worst
New
show.
Gods.
New Gods, just like the Defender show.
I think it'll be live action. I think you have this is the gods. Well, I guess it's not the gods monsters.
Yeah, at this point
chapter
we'd be
2.
in chapter 2.
But we have gods established. Mr. Miracle, Cosmic. You have Darkseid. He's definitely going to draw some attention to audiences, and then you have this huge concept of basically the new gods and then Apocalypse, and I think it'll be cool. Especially Tom King said that this cast for Mr. Miracle is baller. So if you bring those into live action, what?
And of course, this will be directed by Tom King. Obviously, don't even.
I don't think he'll direct it. Wait. He might have the same involvement here as he did with Lanterns.
Okay,
That's what I'll predict. That's what I'll predict.
All right.
But I think the showrunner will be someone elite.
Someone elite. Okay. James Gunn.
Like who? Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni gets off his Lucasfilm contract and goes to do New Gods. I mean,
But like
honestly,
someone who maybe has cosmic experience. I don't know. I couldn't think of anyone else.
Nia DaCosta.
Tony Gilroy.
I don't think Tony Gilroy would want to do this. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it could be very political.
Gilroy might do another Star Wars show, if I'm being honest. I can see him
Really?
doing another Star Wars show.
Because I feel like Andor is like, I don't know.
I mean, he loved doing Andor. I can't imagine he doesn't like it at Lucasfilm. Okay, moving on forward.
Yeah.
Let's give the Terrifics another season. We're in 2034 at this point. At this point, we are running out of ideas. We're just trying to get to the end game.
But I feel like this would happen.
This would happen. It would be live action or animated or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind.
Why'd you say wait?
Because I thought we had it labeled as a movie at first, but I'm misremembering.
You're misremembering. I had this down pat. Most everything has a season 1 attached. Few of the early shows I forgot to add that, but like, yeah, we know that.
Maybe go back.
I just did the next two.
No spoilers. Maybe they kill someone off here.
Mr. Terrific?
No.
Plastic Man?
Maybe.
Guy Gardner?
Guy Gardner is not on the team.
Yeah, but like they could do like a Human Target-esque thing. I don't know.
I think they should do a human. Like if you're adapting something, Tom King, I think Human Target should.
Human Target is really good, but I could also just see that being an Elseworld that they do. They don't have to.
Yeah.
But Fire.
I have both.
Honestly,
I have both. I have both hardcovers for both volumes of Human Target.
That's good. It's a good comic. All right. You guys saw the next two. Justice Society. Give it a movie. Make it live action. I think.
James Gunn said that there would be a lot. The timeline would be similar to Star Wars. You have older stuff, future stuff, present stuff. This would be historical based.
It's a good way to start your historical stuff with Paradise Lost and Justice Society. If you want to do stuff in the future,
oh yeah,
you can build out.
And hey, you could have them combine. I mean, Justice Society is related to Paradise Lost somehow.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe there's a problem on Themyscira that they have to investigate.
Maybe Alan Scott is related to Lanterns in some way, and that sets up this. Or the Hawkgirl show puts Hawkman in a position to be in the Justice Society. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can do. You could put the Justice Society in the Justice League movies, except they're old, and they help out the best they can. Like,
Dr. Fate. I mean...
Yeah, there's a lot of
Dr. Fate's going to be there.
All right, cool. We reported this. Well, we didn't report this. We got this from Snyder. Right?
We did not report this.
We did not report this. But I made a TikTok talking about it. Poison Ivy 2034 seems ridiculous considering it. Snyder said it was in development, but I don't know. Maybe it's a DCU project. Maybe it's Reeseverse. Maybe it's a Harley Quinn spinoff. Maybe it's its own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Poison Ivy could definitely carry a show. I feel very confident in that. Batman would already have had 2 movies. You could easily throw in a couple rogues, give them projects.
You could make this a live action Harley and Ivy show.
Yeah, I could do that. I could see that happening. Henchmen would have Joker and Harley Quinn established probably, so that would make sense. 2034 seems ridiculous. But I don't know. You run out of projects to like. I don't know. Do you want us to put 7? I mean, maybe they do 7 a year, but I don't think so. 2034 makes the most sense, based on everything we currently know. And maybe it doesn't happen at all. It's kind of a weird placement. I'm not gonna lie. But this is where we also just start throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks. But this is not being thrown at the wall. Wonder Woman 3 coming 2 years after the last one.
Yep.
But at this point, you'd be done with Paradise Lost, so you kind of have to find that extra Wonder Woman lore. Giving her a third movie makes sense. I don't know. Gigantic could be the villain. You can see I don't know that.
Cheetah.
Cheetah again. They do Cheetah again.
They do Cheetah for 2 movies.
They could do a Trinity movie at this point. This could be the Trinity movie.
They could have something very. I mean, since this is the last Wonder Woman of the trilogy. You could have it have very, very crazy consequences.
Wonder Woman could die. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
She could, and it could be passed to Donna.
And then they genuinely put her in the Lazarus pit. They're like,
I mean,
no.
we're about to predict something similar to that.
True, we're about to.
In a couple projects.
In the next
But yeah.
project.
Is it the next one?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Batman 3, Battle for the Cowl. Now, we
So we have
originally...
Wonder Woman dead, passing the torch to Donna, and
We have
then we have
Batman
Batman
dead,
dead, passing the
passing the
torch
torch to
to his Robins, who go to battle
the Cowl.
to become Batman.
And
Because
the villain
Gotham
could
City,
be... I don't know. What do you think the villain would be?
well,
Poison Ivy?
the villains would be each other mostly.
But there should be a... Like Civil War had, like, Baron Zemo. I feel like you have to have someone in there who's messing around. Joker.
Black Mask.
Black Mask. Actually, that's a perfect pick. I'm not gonna lie. That's a perfect pick.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Battle for the Cowl.
Yeah, Batman would die at the beginning of this movie. By the way.
Jason, basically, the concept of this is, in case you haven't read the comic, Batman is dead, and Gotham City is basically being absorbed by the villains, and it's an utter chaos. And basically, the Robins try to deal with it, but it's just the chaos is so overwhelming because Batman's dead. He's the figurehead. That it just there's no solution until someone can basically take Batman's suit, become the Batman. And you have to have one Batman. I mean, you can't just have all the Robins are not going to be Batman, basically.
That would be lame.
Going around the city.
That would be too much, actually. Yeah.
Basically, they all have their thoughts on how things should be handled. Obviously, Red Hood, Jason wants to kill the villains, and his ways of justice is way more violent, obviously, because he's Jason, and basically. In the end, I think Dick becomes Batman, and I think at one point of the comic, I think didn't it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure Jason actually stabbed Damian.
You're right. Yes. Which I think
that was pretty crazy.
They sort of do that in Injustice too, except I think Damian kills Dick or something. I feel like that happened in Injustice. They like mirrored that moment, but it was different. Okay. Yeah. Batman 3.
Yep.
Let's give Zatanna a movie. Wasn't this a movie that we said it would be?
Yeah.
2035 movie.
Do you think this would be directed by Emerald Fennell?
No. Please no. I don't like Emerald Fennell as a director. At all.
I don't either, but she's been pitching this movie.
Oh, no. All right, we're taking this off the slate. I don't want to deal with this. But, you have Justice League Dark. Yeah, it makes sense. Zatanna could easily carry a movie. If you don't think she can, that's fine. But, like, at this point, I think she would be... Everyone would be like, Zatanna! I love Zatanna! That'd be enough.
It's basically Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is kind of like Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. Get Mike Flanagan!
Oh, you're funny. Yeah, it could be a horror project too. I could see that happening, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. Put Wonder Woman in it. Oh, put Donna Troy in it as
Yuri.
Yeah, true.
True. Absolute Wonder Woman.
Absolute Wonder Woman. All right, move forward. Scarecrow. Let's give
This is when we said there's gonna be some bullshit because we haven't put bullshit like there will be. And so we have to throw it somewhere.
So Scarecrow has always been a character that could get a project. We could see him pop up in a plethora of projprojget, but this has been in
development before in the Reeseverse.
Why not put it in the DCU? The Reeseverse would be over by now. Let's get Dick's Batman into a challenge, but it's from the perspective of Jonathan Crane. Why not? Who says no? Probably James Gunn. James Gunn probably says no.
Make it a psychological thriller.
Make it a psychological thriller. I don't know. I think it could work. Call me crazy. It's a good first test for a new Batman. Get him seasoned before the inevitable finale. Okay, the next movie's gonna be BS. I'm not gonna lie. the next movie is just complete BS.
Yep.
We put Sergeant Rock on here.
Sergeant Rock comes out.
It could happen. It wouldn't be Colin Farrell anymore. Look, here's the deal. I think that we're gonna see in the end game a travel back to the past. That's my personal opinion. Sergeant Rock establishes himself, Justice Society establishes themselves, you got Paradise Lost, you've got enough characters from the past.
And maybe the past connects with the present in Justice League 2 as their end game.
Let's talk about it. Justice League 2, finishing off Chapter 2. What are your thoughts? What's the end game here?
Well, I just kind of came up with that theory, and I think it's kind of real now. That we could be seeing the past connect with the present somehow in some sort of time-esque end game.
That would be Vandal Savage, right?
You kind of Vandal Savage earlier in this slate.
We did not give Booster Gold multiple seasons, by the way. I'm just realizing that now.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Loki, that's an L from us. We should have given Booster more seasons. But we have 49 projects here, and besides some of the BS at the end here, most of this is pretty serious, and like we really took our time thinking about it. Curious to know everyone's thoughts on it. So comment down below, especially if you're not watching live. Comment below your thoughts on some of the stuff. I'm gonna switch it back over to the main live.
Okay.
And there we are. As we wrap it up, because we've been streaming for a very long time.
2 hours.
And you know, we're running out of concurrent viewers, which is completely fine. But an hour and a half live stream is a little bit longer than I anticipated. But it took, these are always going to be longer because we have to go through 49 projects every time, pretty much. So, any ideas? Anything else you want to talk about in the live? Because we're probably not going to go live for another week. So, is there anything else?
Is there any other news that we didn't talk about?
I don't know. Marvel. Alex Perez said there was a Marvel slate, and I kept talking about it with you, and you kept saying Alex Perez isn't reliable.
I don't trust.
I think the slate is worth conversing about, but we can do it next week for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think that's an interesting look at Marvel's future plans. By the way, in case you're wondering,
we could talk about the Supergirl news yesterday.
Oh, Supergirl's backlash and all the crap that went down with that.
Yeah.
Gillespie's cut. Release the Gillespie cut.
Yeah, release the Gillespie cut.
I don't want that. I think it's a nothing burger. I think this just happens whenever a movie fails. You want it to be.
I mean, it was testing awfully when it first hit.
I don't understand how they got into this pickle in the first place, because
it's probably. I mean, the script maybe wasn't the best, but also Craig Gillespie. I think Craig Gillespie directed it pretty bad.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like, the direction is the biggest issue of this film for me.
It's interesting though that, like, even with all that being said, like, I still gave it a 6 out of 10. Like, I do think that I don't feel like I would give it less. Maybe a 5 if I rewatched it and I really hated some stuff from it, but like, it was fine. And it didn't test. Yeah. It tested fine. It's just that, like, fine isn't gonna cut it.
Right.
And I know, like, my friends genuinely did not like that movie at all. John actually just rated. I don't know if you saw John's rating. He gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We did. Yeah, my friends did not like the movie, and honestly, it is valid. I do think that if you're not interested in the DCU that much, if you're not interested in superheroes that much, there's no way you're gonna like this movie. You're gonna get cynical about it. You're gonna. I think it's warranted, to be honest. I think if you keep getting these, like, mid movies, eventually you're just gonna pretend. You're just gonna be like, no, this is just bad. Like, yeah, maybe it is average quality, but I don't care anymore, and you become apathetic for it. DC has to find a good way to make these projects.
And the people who are blaming Millie Alcock for the box office, they're
She's
just
the best
delusional.
Part of the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Lobo. Gustavo, I think, would probably actually say that Lobo was his favorite part of the movie. But regardless of what your thoughts are on it, like, I think they both give great performances. But I also just think that, like, Millie is Supergirl. This movie taught me that. Helen Slater could never do Supergirl the way that she did. And she's going to be a Man of Tomorrow. My favorite aspects of the movie were her with Superman. I think that, unfortunately, this movie's just going to be a dud. And you kind of just have a dud in there, and you're like, you know, you rewatch it when you do a DCU watch through for chapter one or whatever. You're like, oh, I wish that movie could have been better. And you move forward with hopefully a banger in Man of Tomorrow, and you just don't really think about it that much. Um,
Yeah,
Gillespie cut is ridiculous. I look, maybe he made a better version of the movie. I think it doesn't change anything. Um,
it doesn't sound like he did.
it doesn't even sound like he did, to be honest. But even if he did, who cares? I don't like.
Yeah,
And the good news is that I think Clayface is testing well. I don't know. That's been the
it is
thought
test. It is
process,
testing well.
and
Um,
I think that's a good sign for the future.
yeah.
Worst case scenario, DC just does a lot of horror projects. They can easily do that. I don't.
Hey, we predict a few.
We do predict a few. Like Henchman would be one. Justice League
Yeah,
Dark, Zatanna could be one. Is it Zatanna or Zatanna? I need to get that out of the way right now. Is that how do you pronounce her name?
I've always said Zatanna.
Zatanna. Okay, it's like Anna.
I think
Okay,
you said you pronounce it like Zatanna. That sounds southern a little bit.
Zatanna. It is Southern.
Yeah.
I guess if I was Southern, I would be doing that. I'm not from the South. If that wasn't
Yes,
made
you are.
abundantly clear, I'm not from the
Yes,
South.
you are.
I'm gonna wear a Celtics jersey at some point. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's a bandwagon from the South," because
Yeah,
they're gonna think I'm from the South for
he
some
is a
reason.
bandwagon.
Not a bandwagon. Right. I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, that was
Yep.
the Alex I knew, by the way. Cronenberg Swamp Thing. Um,
Facts. Get
yeah.
Cronenberg in here.
I would say we'll be back next week for sure. We could be back earlier if there's. I think if there's crazy news, I'd be down to like quickly do a live. We got it pretty well set up at this
I will
point.
say there may be. There could be. There's a good chance.
There's a good chance we'll be live before next week.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we'll leave you on that. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on everything we talked about today. Well, I'll be back soonish with My Adventures of Superman review. Hopefully, just that day, but that'll be tomorrow. X-Men reviews are every Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when we get it out. Um, and that's everything that's out so far. But Brand New Day is coming up. We didn't talk about it today, but Brand New Day is coming up. I'm very excited for that. Probably my most anticipated movie till Doomsday. I think just movie in general. I would say. No
I got
offense
my
to Clay
ticket. I
for
did
Brand New
get my
Day.
ticket. Yep.
I'm watching it Thursday afternoon. I
Noon.
think
I'm
we're,
watching
we're
it
watching
right at noon.
we're watching it at noon. I'm watching it at noon too.
So I came up with an idea that we would FaceTime each other and live stream the FaceTime call.
Live stream a
Or
face.
just
I don't know
record
if I
it.
can. I think we could do that, like with the recorder on the iPhone.
Yeah.
That's gonna be back all day. I think could we just go live? Like, I mean, I'm gonna be on vacation, but I could probably squeeze in an hour and live stream
Maybe.
from my location. I don't know. Maybe the Airbnb will have terrible Wi-Fi reception, and we'll be like, "That's ridiculous. We're not doing that." All right,
Yeah.
guys, it's. I tried to end the stream like 3 different times, and then we kept talking about random stuff.
Oops.
If you can't tell, we like talking. We like talking to each other, and that makes for fun live streams.
No
Um,
way.
You know what? Screw this. I'm ending the stream. You're just so mean to me. Hour and 43 minutes.
bad.
Clock it
My
at
fault.
that. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Follow all the socials. We'll try to get TikToks and reels out and stuff. And so I kind of left cold to that, and it's been a little.
Facts.
It's all right. We'll see you guys in the
Yeah.
next one.
All right.
Peace out, guys.